You ready? You ready?
Brian Stann has explosive hands. You see him set it up right now already. Look, he's on the balls of his feet, right ankles. See how the heel is up? Doing a good job right there. Greg Zellner's a little more flat-footed and his chin's way too high.
Oh, he got caught with a kick to the right.
Yeah.
And Stann ties him up. Big knees to the rib cage.
Good job of turning that shot in. He got the underhook in there. Greg Zellner really had his chin up high. He made a good effort to get this fight right where it should be, against the cage and on the ground, and seeing what basically Brian Stann has to offer there. Brian Stann, powerful right knee. That stunned him.
Craig Zellner's got to realize he can't come in so flat-footed with his hands down because Stann just continues to throw. Look at the leather, connects there with a big right hand.
Perfect shot defense. That was a horrible shot by Craig Zellner. He came in, he ran down the shot. It had no change of level, and Brian Stann did exactly right. He spread out, turned the corner, has Craig Zellner's head up against the cage. Craig Zellner's turning for an armbar attempt right here on Brian Stann's right arm. Brian Stann needs to identify it. He did. He got out and intelligently letting him up. Brian Stann definitely has the ability to finish this fight right here. Craig Zellner needs to get this fight to the ground.
Oh, he catches him. Zellner with a nice right hand. All that does is infuriate the Marine Brian Stann. He shoots on him one more time. Great defensive pose by Brian Stann.
Definitely. Brian Stann trained over at the Randy Couture gym. I mean, he's got some phenomenal wrestlers there. Obviously, he's been working on his shot defense. That was great. See a little ground and pound action from him, and see also what Craig Zellner has to offer. He has in his guard. He did do a nice armbar attempt here against the cage earlier. I will see if he's going to move his hips a little bit here and do a better job, because if he's going to win the fight, I feel this is where he's going to have to try to do it at.
It is Brian Stann right now trying to work the ground and pound game. Craig Zellner just holding on, the 30-year-old Zellner from Albuquerque, New Mexico, trying to find something, trying to find a submission hold. Stann just having none of it.
No, Stan's doing a good job here. He could if he slides his knees up a little farther towards Craig Zellner's butt and gets his hands off the mat and his head up. Craig Zellner's doing a good job of holding down on the head, keeping good posture of the bottom guy. Brian Stann needs to get his head up, though. See how his head's down?
Right.
You can't deliver a hard punch like that. He needs to get his head out, head up, and rain down some leather.
Brian Stann on top right now. He is an active first lieutenant in the U.S. Marine Corps, fighting, as you heard, for the spirit of his fallen comrades. Already a recipient of the Silver Star, and right now, though, he is hands full with Craig Zellner. They call him C, but the 30-year-old right now really looking to do something here because he has not been able to match the fury of Brian Stann.
No, he's surviving up to this point in this fight. But you know what? He's done one thing. He's taken Brian Stann 3 minutes into a WEC fight, which is more than any other person's been able to do.
Good combination by both men. Zellner tries to shoot on him once again, and again, Stann is able to sprawl out back into the guard.
Brian Stann has some great stand-up. That's a nice chopping right roundhouse. He's using the top of his shin, the top of the tibia, the body forms it like a sword, and by kicking to the outside of the thigh like that, you attack the sciatic nerve. At the very least, you're going to draw blood into your low opponent's leg, and his leg's going to get dead.
Brian Stann has done that already. Craig Zellner has been cut on the right cheek, and it looks like the strategy, if you're Craig Zellner, do you try to go the distance with Brian Stann, because his last two fights have both ended in the first round.
Armbar attempt here. You know, he's doing a good job going for the arm bars there, and he's been close a couple times. The defense Brian Stann is doing by standing up and pulling out is actually not the best idea. He's fallen back on the fact that he's a world-class athlete. Look at the guy, you know, Marine Corps training. Good, he has fast eyes too. Craig Zellner just threw an overhand right. Brian Stann lifted up his left arm and picked it right off. Good eyes.
As mentioned, Craig Zellner has sustained a cut on the left cheek.
Brian Stann doing a good job. See, with the underhook coming underneath. Let's see what he has going.
Stunned him momentarily, and Stann keeps coming forward.
Craig Zellner needs to change levels. He's going to get knocked out. It's coming.
Stann is just too quick with the punches. Zellner now has to tie him up as we come up on 25 seconds left here in round number 1, scheduled for 3.
Brian Stann has some explosive hands. Like to see a little more head movement from him. He did eat a few punches there, but he's just a tough dude.
He's going to the ground and pound. Zellner just trying to survive.
This fight's over with in about 5 seconds.
8 seconds left in the round, now down to 5. That's it. He stops it.
Good stoppage.
First Lieutenant Brian Stann once again ends the fight in round number 1. And it looked for a moment that Craig Zellner was going to get out of round 1, be able to regroup. Stann was going to have none of it. John Shirley said that is enough. So Brian Stann is our first winner on the night in a referee stoppage. Right now we go inside the ring, Joe Martinez, and the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 4 minutes, 57 seconds of round number 1 stoppage due to strikes for your winner and still undefeated All-American Brian